Have you ever paused to wonder why your existence matters so deeply? Allow these words to reach your heart, for I am speaking to you personally. I am the one who formed you and set you in this world with an unmistakable purpose. I watch over you with unwavering love and compassion. From the very beginning, I made you a little lower than the heavenly beings, and I crowned you with glory and honor, reflecting the radiance of who I am. You carry within you a spark of my image, an echo of my boundless creativity and intellect, endowed with the capacity to dream, to love, to grow, and to transform. This gift of being created in my likeness is far more significant than you may realize. It means that the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the life you live hold eternal weight. Nothing about you is trivial, for you were born with a divine calling in mind. Every breath you take was foreseen in my eternal plan. You did not appear in your family or your community by chance. I fashioned every fiber of your being to showcase not only your uniqueness, but also to demonstrate to the world that I choose to pour my love into souls great and small. Think of the incredible span of the universe, galaxies upon galaxies set in motion by my command, and yet in my eyes, you stand out as a beloved treasure. Many people walk through life believing they are insignificant or forgotten, but here is my reassurance to you. I see you, I know you, and I treasure you. Your existence brings me joy. In my creation, I placed you in a realm where you could exercise dominion. I entrusted you with the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and every living thing that moves on the earth. This responsibility is not meant to be a burden, but a privilege. I want you to understand that caring for the beauty of this world is an extension of my heart, a reflection of my creative nature. By tending to the creatures and the land around you, you learn what it means to love as I love, selflessly, patiently, and compassionately. When you handle my creation with respect and gratitude, you honor me, and you reveal to the world a glimpse of heavenly stewardship. Life on earth has countless challenges, and you may often wonder, why do I feel so uncertain, so fearful, or so overwhelmed? Remember that I designed you to grow in wisdom, faith, and love. Hardships are not punishments. They are pathways to deeper trust. When you face storms, remember that I hold you in my hands. Reflect on how you have matured through difficult seasons. Have you noticed that trials, though painful, can refine you like gold purified by fire? In the end, you emerge stronger, more compassionate, and more prepared to shine as my light. Cling to me during seasons of turmoil, and let my spirit bring you comfort and guidance. I formed you with a mind capable of vast creativity and contemplation. You can think rationally and examine the world in which you live. Yet, I did not endow you with intellect solely for solving puzzles or achieving career success. Your mind is also a gateway to knowing me intimately. Through meditation on my word, heartfelt prayer, and reflection on my truth, you awaken to the wonders of my kingdom. When you fix your thoughts on what is good, pure, and lovely, you align your thinking with mine, and your entire perspective shifts. You begin to see yourself as I see you, cherished, valued, and brimming with potential to share my hope with others. Deep within, I place the yearning for joy. You were not meant to exist in perpetual sorrow or lifeless routine. From the start, my plan was that you delight in me and discover that I am the fountain of unending peace and gladness. The joys you experience now, whether it's the laughter of loved ones or the simple pleasure of a warm embrace, are but a faint echo of what is to come. In the eternal realm, you will dwell in the fullness of my presence, a reality that eclipses earthly pleasures. That heavenly expectation should fill your heart with anticipation and motivate you to live with eternity in view. Nurturing relationships, helping the needy, and spreading kindness everywhere you go. One of your foremost purposes is to honor me through your words, thoughts, and actions. I have clothed you with a measure of my glory so you can shine like a lamp on a stand, illuminating the way for others. But this shining is not about self-promotion or applause. It's about radiating my character, love, patience, kindness, and forgiveness to a world sorely in need of grace. When you let my spirit shape your heart, your life becomes a testament to my everlasting kindness. People will look at you and see not merely a human being, but a reflection of something greater, a hint of divine goodness that sparks curiosity and beckons them closer. Because you bear my likeness, every moment carries significance. Your life is neither a chain of random accidents nor a dull march toward oblivion. Each day is an opportunity to draw near to me. Waking up in the morning, you can invite me into your plans, acknowledging that my wisdom surpasses human understanding. Throughout your day, I accompany you, ready to offer encouragement when you feel discouraged, and guidance when you face crossroads. And in the evening, as you lay your head to rest, I watch over you tenderly, just as a loving caregiver watches over a child, ensuring your heart finds peace and reassurance. When I spoke the words, "I am with you always," I meant it without reservation. These were among my last words before ascending, and they still echo through the centuries. Yet people respond in various ways. Some believe these words, but forget them the moment they face adversity. Others, burdened by guilt or shame, fear that my continual presence might bring condemnation. But there are those who center their entire existence on this promise, discovering the profound blessings that flow from constant communion with me. Consider which response resonates with your heart. Do you want to remain indifferent to my presence? Or do you want to embrace it, letting it transform every part of your life? The more you become aware of my presence, the more your life finds a beautiful harmony. When you fix your spiritual vision on me, you begin to interpret your surroundings from my perspective. Problems that once appeared insurmountable shrink before my power. You realize you are never alone, for I journey with you through every valley and over every mountain. Knowing that I am with you grants you a steady anchor of hope. It shapes your decisions, molds your relationships, and directs you to become a compassionate neighbor. Through this awareness, you understand that no moment is wasted, no act of kindness goes unseen, and no cry for help falls on deaf ears. To illuminate the world around you, remain connected to me. Just as a lamp is useless without electricity, you cannot shine without abiding in my presence. This is not a matter of mustering more human willpower. It's about letting my love fuel you from the inside. Through prayer, you breathe in my spirit who renews your heart and mind. Through reading my word, you feast on truth that fortifies your inner being. Through fellowship with other believers, you discover mutual encouragement and a deeper sense of belonging. These practices, simple as they may seem, form the bedrock of a radiant life that reflects who I am. Let your light chase away shadows and reveal my peace to all who yearn for it. Some hear about living a life that honors me and imagine it requires perfection. But I do not ask for flawless performance. I desire a sincere and humble heart. Acknowledging your mistakes, seeking forgiveness, and striving to make amends are all part of learning to walk with me. You will fall short at times, speak words you regret, or choose paths that lead to temporary confusion. Yet my mercy never fails. When you return to me and admit your failings, I welcome you with open arms. My love is not conditioned on your achievements. It flows from the essence of who I am, and it is eternal, steadfast, and transforming. Think for a moment about the complexity of your relationships. You come across people who are gentle and encouraging, but you may also encounter those who challenge you, test your patience, or wound you with harsh words. In all these encounters, I call you to represent my heart. Imagine how the world would change if every person extended kindness and forgiveness rather than seeking revenge. That is my dream for humanity, a community of souls mirroring my compassion. By practicing gentleness, patience and goodwill, you can heal divisions, break the cycle of resentment, and plant seeds of unity wherever you go. The natural world likewise testifies to my glory. When you see a sunrise bursting across the horizon or witness the majesty of a star-filled sky, you glimpse the magnitude of my creativity. I invite you to care for the earth as a symbol of your reverence for me. Tend gardens, protect forests, respect wildlife, and remember that every living thing is part of the environment you have been entrusted to nurture. Your role as a steward is a high honor, reflecting my compassion for all forms of life. By safeguarding the beauty and abundance of creation, you honor me in a tangible and meaningful way. Whenever you feel lost, recall that I do not abandon you to figure everything out alone. I sent my spirit to guide, comfort, and teach you. In moments of confusion, pray for clarity, trusting that I can bring alignment to your circumstances. In times of temptation, rely on my strength to resist harmful choices. In seasons of sorrow, let my embrace bring solace and renewed hope. The Holy Spirit's presence in your life is a testament to my commitment to you, a promise that I will provide wisdom and empowerment to help you navigate the path before you. No challenge is too great, no disappointment too deep when you lean on me. Some individuals shrink back from the invitation to walk closely with me because they fear losing control or letting go of cherished ambitions. But I assure you, surrendering to me does not strip away your identity. Rather, it solidifies your truest self. As you yield your plans to my will, you might be surprised to see that I expand your horizons and fill your life with meaningful purpose. You are my beloved child, and I delight in watching you thrive in the environment I have designed for you. When you let go of the illusion that you must manage everything on your own, you discover that true freedom is found in trusting me. The human heart craves love, acceptance, and meaning. I am the source of all these desires. When you search for lasting fulfillment in worldly pursuits, accumulating material possessions, chasing ephemeral thrills, or longing for human approval, you often end up with deeper longing. True contentment emerges when you place me at the center of your life. Then, even when storms rage around you, you experience peace that surpasses understanding. Even when sorrows come, you find my comfort. Even when tasks grow daunting, you sense my empowering presence, reminding you that you do not walk alone. This is how I intended humanity to live, in perpetual communion with me, finding in me a boundless reservoir of love and purpose. Reflect for a moment on the extraordinary reality that you can approach me with confidence, speaking to me about your joys and pains, your aspirations and fears. In ages past, many believed I was distant or uninterested. Yet I made it known that I am near, that I hear every heartfelt prayer. Your words do not have to be grand or polished. Approach me honestly, and I will listen. That is the nature of our relationship. I am not merely a force, but a companion who understands your humanity. Even when words fail, your tears, your sighs, and your silent pleas are heard. Let this truth encourage you to seek me with authenticity. You might wonder, how can my daily actions truly honor you when my routine seems so ordinary? Know this: genuine worship is not confined to singing songs in a sacred building. Worship is the state of a heart that reveres me above all else. When you do your work with excellence and integrity, you are honoring me. When you treat colleagues and neighbors with patience, kindness, and respect, you display my character. When you give generously, whether it's time, resources, or a listening ear, you reflect my own giving nature. Even small acts done in love reverberate in the spiritual realm, shining my light in places where hope is dim. Indeed, I have crowned you with glory and honor. But this crowning is not for human pride. It is so you can demonstrate my love in action. You have been given gifts, talents, interests, and passions that can bring beauty and healing to the world. Are you gifted with music? Use it to uplift spirits. Are you skilled with hospitality? Spread warmth and belonging wherever you go. Are you innovative in problem solving? Find ways to bless others. These are not trivial pursuits, but divine platforms to spotlight the greatness of my kingdom. When you faithfully steward these gifts, you build connections with people, showing them a touch of heaven in everyday moments. I am with you always, in every hidden corner of your life. When you rejoice, I rejoice alongside you. When your heart aches, I feel your sorrow. When you must make tough decisions, my wisdom is available to you if you only seek it. Too often, people focus on their own perceptions of success or failure and forget the simplicity of leaning on me. But I call you to abide, simply stay within my presence, confident that I am far more capable of directing your steps than you might imagine. Let your awareness of my nearness transform the way you talk, think, work, and rest, and you will begin to sense divine purpose woven into even the most mundane routines. Keeping your heart aligned with my truths involves more than a one-time declaration of faith. It is a daily discipline, a continuous choice to yield your thoughts to me and let my word shape your life. At times, you may encounter opposition or discouragement that tries to pull you away from my path. In such moments, lean on my promises. Surround yourself with fellow believers who can offer encouragement. Build habits that promote spiritual growth, like regular prayer, consistent Bible reading, and heartfelt worship. These practices are not mere obligations. They are lifelines of grace that keep your eyes fixed on the reality of my enduring presence. Some might ask, what if I feel unworthy to approach you? My answer is simple. I have already proven my willingness to draw you near. That feeling of unworthiness often arises from shame, regret, or the belief that your failures have driven a wedge between us. But I remind you, I willingly reach out to you. My arms remain open, desiring to restore what was broken. Remember the stories throughout the ages. Those once lost, burdened, and haunted by guilt found new beginnings when they turned to me. I specialize in restoring hearts, breathing new life into broken dreams, and turning sorrow into hope. In a world that can be dark and chaotic, your life is meant to be a beacon of my love. People are hungry for acceptance, truth, and an assurance that their lives matter. You, as one formed in my image, have the capacity to share compassion in tangible ways. Offer a helping hand, listen intently to someone's story, share a meal with the lonely, or comfort those who mourn. Sometimes the most profound spiritual acts are wrapped in the simplest gestures of human kindness. By doing these things in my name, you point hearts back to me, showing them that I see and care for every need. Do not shy away from the victories I set before you. As you grow closer to me, you may sense an urging to step beyond what feels comfortable. I might place a new vision in your heart, a dream to start a project, a ministry, or a community initiative that extends my love. Have courage. I am the one who enables you. With me, you can overcome obstacles that seem insurmountable. Trust that I will send you the help and resources you need at the perfect time. Remember that all power ultimately belongs to me. When you rely on my power rather than your own, you will witness breakthroughs that confirm my presence in your journey. Sometimes, the weight of sorrow or disappointment can be overwhelming. You might have lost a beloved friend or family member, or you might have faced betrayal by someone you trusted. In these painful moments, I urge you to bring your grief to me. I am no stranger to suffering, and I intimately understand the depths of heartbreak. Place your tears in my hands, and I will mend your wounded heart. The path of healing often unfolds step by step, but I promise you will never walk it alone. Lean on me and allow my spirit to gently guide you through the night until dawn breaks anew. Consider how I treasure every act of genuine worship, every heartfelt song you sing, every prayer whispered in faith. Though your worship may not sound perfect to the world, it resonates like a precious offering to me. I am far less interested in polished performances than in the sincerity of your heart. When you worship me in spirit and truth, you open your life to my healing presence. Fears lose their power, burdens lighten, and your spirit is refreshed. Let worship be your resting place, a moment to recalibrate your soul and remember who you are and whom you belong to. In that sacred space, my love flows freely. I also remind you of the power of hope. Life's uncertainties can lead to anxiety, but I offer a hope that transcends temporary troubles. If you keep your mind fixed on this hope, you will face challenges with confidence. Hope in me is not a flimsy wish. It is a solid anchor, a promise that I will work all things together for good. Even when outcomes differ from your initial desires, you can trust that I see the bigger picture. Faith in my perfect timing and my benevolent plan allows you to rest in my promises, freeing you from the endless cycle of worry and despair. What does it mean, practically, to glorify me? It involves aligning your heart with the priorities that matter to me. Do you know that a child's smile, a family reunited, a community feeding the hungry, these all bring honor to me? Glorifying me isn't solely about rituals or ceremonies. It's about recognizing that I am present in every aspect of life. When you raise your children with patience and love, when you do your job with integrity, when you extend forgiveness to someone who hurt you, you are living out my character. That is how your life radiates my glory to a world longing for redemption. Perhaps you have prayed for a situation to change, or you harbor an unfulfilled desire deep within. Understand that I see every aspiration, and I appreciate your determination to improve the world around you. However, I invite you to surrender your timeline to me. Sometimes the waiting can seem endless, but know that in the waiting, I am shaping your character, preparing circumstances, and orchestrating details beyond your imagination. If a door remains closed, trust that I will open the right one at the right time. Meanwhile, find comfort in my presence, and let me refine your patience, perseverance, and empathy. When your heart overflows with gratitude, it shifts the atmosphere of your life. Gratitude is more than a polite courtesy. It is a spiritual weapon against discouragement. By counting your blessings, health, friendships, the sunrise, daily bread, you gain fresh perspective. You start to see my fingerprints everywhere, from the simplest moments to the grandest answers to prayer. Gratitude paves the way for deeper intimacy with me, for it acknowledges that every good and perfect gift comes from my hand. Let Thanksgiving become a lifestyle, a daily choice to recognize that I am the giver of life, sustaining you in ways both large and small. Sometimes you will falter. You might experience doubt, be overtaken by anger, or lapse into unwise habits. Do not let these missteps define you. Run back to me, confess your struggles, and I will extend my mercy. See, my heart is not set on condemnation, but on restoration. I discipline those I love not to crush their spirits, but to refine their hearts. Think of a gardener pruning branches so that a plant may flourish. Through correction, I remove what hinders your spiritual growth, making room for more of my love and grace. This process might be uncomfortable, but it leads to maturity and freedom. Embrace the community I have placed around you. Healthy relationships can be a source of support, wisdom, and encouragement. You were never meant to journey alone. My church is not a building, but a gathering of hearts committed to me and one another. As you join hands in worship, serve together, and share testimonies of my faithfulness, your faith matures. Each person I bring into your life can teach you something valuable about compassion, resilience, and humility. And you, in turn, can bless them with your own unique gifts. This cycle of giving and receiving enriches my family and spreads love to a hurting world. I see the injustices that vex your soul. I hear the cries of those who suffer, the pleas of the oppressed, the tears of the forgotten. I share your longing for righteousness and mercy. When you fight for justice, stand with integrity and speak for those who have no voice, you resonate with my heart. Know that even if change seems slow, every step you take in defense of truth lights a small flame in the darkness, and many small flames can illuminate vast regions. If you wonder why things don't improve instantly, remember that I am patient, longing for all to come to understand and embrace the ways of love. In your quiet moments, invite me into your thoughts. Let me meet you in the solitude where distractions fade and you can hear my gentle whisper. I might draw your attention to areas of your life that need compassion or forgiveness, or I might give you a burst of insight that sparks a new idea. Silence can feel uncomfortable, but it is often where my voice is most clearly discerned. Make space for these sacred pauses in your busy schedule. You will find that the more you learn to rest in my presence, the more clarity, strength, and wisdom I pour into you for the tasks ahead. I desire for you to experience an intimate relationship with me that transforms your entire being. This transformation cannot be forced or faked. It grows from the genuine soil of your everyday walk. When you nurture this relationship, you will find that your character shifts in surprising ways. Impatience gives way to understanding, jealousy to contentment, bitterness to forgiveness, and fear to trust. This is not mere self-improvement. It is spiritual metamorphosis, the work of my spirit shaping you into the person I intended. All I ask is that you remain open, allowing my love to break down walls of resentment and fear so that compassion and peace can grow. You might question whether your personal story can make a difference in the grand narrative of history. Remember that I do not measure significance by worldly standards like fame or wealth. Even a single act of courage or an encouraging word can ripple through generations. Perhaps you have come from a tumultuous background, or you struggle with self-doubt. I remind you that some of the most influential individuals in history were once humble or broken in the eyes of the world. Yet they yielded themselves to me, and I used them to accomplish feats they never imagined. Your willingness to say yes to me is the catalyst for miraculous possibilities. Look at the blueprint of your life and identify the blessings I have poured out upon you. Have you found friendship, solace, a talent, or a form of provision? None of these came by accident. Rejoice in them and consider how you might use these blessings to bless others. If you have resources, share them with the less fortunate. If you have knowledge, mentor someone who can benefit from your insight. If you have a caring heart, comfort the distressed. By doing so, you exercise the generosity that reflects my heart. You will discover that giving does not diminish your resources. It multiplies joy and fosters deeper bonds of love among my children. When the world feels like it's spinning out of control, wars, injustices, natural disasters take refuge in my unchanging nature. I am the same from age to age, steadfast in my rulership over the universe. While human systems may falter and fail, I remain the bedrock upon which you can stand. By placing your trust in me, you anchor yourself to a hope that endures every storm. This doesn't mean you turn a blind eye to the suffering around you. Rather, it empowers you to serve courageously, knowing that ultimate victory belongs to me, and that your labor of love is never in vain. The call to walk in my ways isn't a life of restrictive rules meant to stifle your joy. On the contrary, I long for you to experience freedom from the chains that sin or negative influences impose. My guidelines are expressions of my desire to protect you from needless pain and guide you to abundant life. When you resist temptation, refuse to harbor bitterness, and choose what is pure and uplifting, you safeguard your heart. Then your relationship with me flourishes, and your heart remains receptive to my gentle promptings. Holiness might sound intimidating, but in reality, it is the pathway to genuine freedom and peace. In the stillness of the night, when your mind wrestles with what-ifs and regrets, remember that I am near. Speak my name in reverence, and let my peace settle over you. Release the burdens that weigh heavily on your soul, entrusting them into my capable hands. Sleep is a gift I designed for your restoration, physical, emotional, and spiritual. In my presence, worries can find rest, and you awaken to new mercies each morning. Let the quiet of night remind you of my gentle sovereignty. As you drift into slumber, reflect on my promise. I never slumber nor sleep, for I am perpetually caring for my beloved ones. In your relationships, strive to be a peacemaker. Notice that I don't say a people pleaser, for I value truth and sincerity as well. But as far as it depends on you, be an agent of reconciliation. When conflicts arise, approach them with humility, acknowledging your own faults and seeking to understand before demanding to be understood. A gracious word, a listening ear, or a heartfelt apology can mend rifts and showcase my reconciling love. Conflicts are inevitable, but they do not have to end in division or animosity. In walking the road of reconciliation, you echo my heart for unity among all people. Do not underestimate the influence of your testimony. Your journey, complete with highs and lows, can inspire others to seek me. When people observe the difference in your life, they may become curious about the source of your peace, joy, and perseverance. Share candidly how I've carried you in your darkest hours, or how you found new hope after confessing your failures. These personal accounts of my faithfulness often speak louder than lofty philosophies. They offer a tangible narrative of my power to redeem, to restore, and to renew. In sharing your story, you become a living beacon pointing the way to my presence. Over time, you will encounter seasons of life where I may seem quiet. Perhaps you pray fervently, but the answers are delayed or not what you expected. Do not confuse my silence with absence. During these times, I'm often at work in hidden ways, training your faith, building your resilience, and teaching you to trust my timing. Remember how seeds remain beneath the soil, unseen, before they sprout into visible growth. Likewise, in moments of perceived silence, I am nurturing the foundations of greater blessings ahead. Wait patiently, maintaining your closeness with me, and you will witness my hand in due time. Because I created you a little lower than heavenly beings, you stand uniquely as a bridge between the heavenly realm and the physical world. Angels marvel at your capacity to experience both earthly struggles and divine fellowship with me. The choices you make have spiritual ramifications, and your prayers carry real weight. When you intercede for others, you are participating in my redemptive work. Never think that prayer is an empty gesture. Your heartfelt pleas offered in faith can move mountains. I encourage you to intercede boldly, trusting that I am powerful enough to intervene and loving enough to care about every detail of human life. Your personal significance in my plan is not tied to physical might, wealth, or social rank. People often evaluate each other based on external accomplishments. However, I see the heart. I see the desire behind your prayers, the compassion in your actions, and the quiet sacrifices you make. Do you remember the widow who gave just 2 small coins in ancient times? Her gift, though meager by worldly standards, was precious in my sight, because it came from a heart of devotion. Likewise, the hidden acts of kindness you offer hold profound value. Whether you lead thousands or nurture one single soul, I rejoice in every sincere effort made in my love. Let us reflect on the power of forgiveness. Harboring resentment toward those who wrong you is like carrying a heavy burden that drains your spirit. I command forgiveness not to invalidate your pain, but to free you from the poison of bitterness. Your willingness to forgive demonstrates trust in my justice and my capacity to bring about genuine healing. When you forgive, you break the cycle of hatred and make room for peace. Forgiveness also liberates you to experience joy and renewed relationships. Though it may take time and courage, each step toward forgiveness resonates profoundly with my own heart, for I am the ultimate forgiver. The world you live in often values instant gratification, urging you to find fulfillment in quick fixes or fleeting pleasures. But I call you to a deeper, more lasting satisfaction. True contentment emerges when you anchor yourself in my presence, where my spirit nourishes your soul. Fast-paced living may promise excitement, but it can also sow restlessness. Accept the rhythms of grace I set before you. Learn to pause, to breathe, to savor the blessings in each day, and to trust that I am the supplier of all your needs. Such a lifestyle of contentment will bring you an unshakable peace the world cannot replicate. When trials test the fabric of your faith, recall that perseverance is a powerful virtue. Many give up when answers are delayed or when adversity strikes. Yet it is precisely through these seasons that your faith becomes robust. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance training, your spiritual life matures when challenged. Rather than losing heart, press in deeper to my promises. Let my past faithfulness become your confidence for the future. My grace is sufficient for every obstacle, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness. As you endure, you will find that I transform even your sorrows into testimonies of my sustaining power. Let my words sink into your heart. You are not alone. I am with you always. This eternal truth stands regardless of how you feel, what others say, or what circumstances suggest. Cherish this reality and let it anchor your heart. Practice the discipline of reminding yourself daily through scripture, prayer, or simply pausing to acknowledge my presence that I am by your side. With such assurance, fear loses its hold, anxieties wane, and you cultivate a quiet confidence that stands firm against life's uncertainties. Walk forth boldly, for my hand upholds you, and my spirit guides you. Do you wonder about your ultimate destiny? I have prepared a place where sorrow, pain, and tears will be no more. The glimpse of joy you experience now is only a small foretaste of the eternal delights that await. This knowledge can bring comfort during hardship and perspective amid success. Life on earth is but a moment in the grand tapestry of eternity. Let that thought guide your decisions and foster a sense of urgency to share my love. The desire to see others experience eternal joy should stir your heart to pray for them, serve them, and introduce them to the hope that transcends temporary trials. My presence can bring order to the chaos of your inner world. Distractions, worries, and conflicting desires can cloud your mind and weigh you down. But when you welcome me in, like rays of sunlight piercing through a stormy sky, clarity emerges. I help you discern which pursuits truly matter and which ones drain your energy. With me, you learn to prioritize relationships over material gain, compassion over competition, and eternal realities over fleeting trends. This realignment may require you to make tough choices about your commitments or lifestyle. Yet, in each wise decision, you will find a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. The human race is a tapestry of various cultures, languages, and traditions, each reflecting a facet of my infinite creativity. I cherish diversity, and I invite you to celebrate it as well. Unity does not mean uniformity. It means embracing different perspectives while rooted in love. Be open to learning from those who look, speak, or think differently. Such openness expands your capacity to love and see people through my eyes. Embracing diversity also humbles you, reminding you that my ways are far higher than narrow human assumptions. When you foster unity across cultural and social barriers, you take part in displaying my kingdom's inclusivity and love. As you build your future, be it through education, career, family, or ministry, remember that I am the solid foundation upon which to construct your plans. Without me at the center, even the grandest achievements can leave you feeling hollow. When you invite me into the process, I bless your endeavors with wisdom, innovation, and ethical grounding. Though difficulties may arise, you will face them with the confidence that I stand with you. When success arrives, you will remain humble, knowing every good thing finds its source in my grace. Let me direct your ambitions, so your legacy points back to my faithfulness. In your relationships, whether friendship, marriage, or family, let love define your interactions. Love is patient, sacrificial, and genuine. It does not boast nor demand its own way. Such love reflects my character. In the tender embrace between spouses, in the laughter shared among friends, in the attentive listening of a parent to a child, I am present. Through the gift of relationships, you learn empathy, commitment, and compromise. When conflicts arise, love perseveres. It chooses compassion over judgment, unity over division. I bless these bonds, and they can become channels of my grace in your life, supporting you and helping you grow in virtue. Temptations are part of the human experience. The world offers shortcuts to success, instant gratification, or opportunities to indulge harmful desires. Yet every temptation is an invitation to seek my help. You are not powerless. My spirit within you is stronger than any lure the world presents. Run to me when you are tempted, and I will provide a way out, be it through a moment of prayer, redirecting your thoughts, or reaching out to a trusted friend for accountability. Overcoming temptation is not about stifling your passion. It's about channeling your desires in ways that honor me and uplift your spirit. I am here to strengthen you in every battle. The pursuit of knowledge is admirable, and I encourage you to expand your understanding of the world. Yet, never let intellectual pride close your heart to spiritual truths. True wisdom begins with reverence for me and acknowledges that human insight has limits. Let humility guide your academic and professional pursuits, remembering that every discovery and invention traces back to the creative blueprint I designed into existence. When you strive to learn more, whether it's science, art, philosophy, or technology, remain mindful that your capabilities to reason and innovate are part of being made in my likeness. Honor me by using these gifts to serve humanity responsibly and ethically. In times when you feel weak, physically, mentally, or emotionally, know that I am your strength. My power is revealed most profoundly in your moments of vulnerability. Instead of fearing fragility, bring your limitations to me, trusting that I can amplify your efforts. Look to the stories of those who, by human standards, lacked capacity or resources, yet saw magnificent feats unfold because they relied on my intervention. It is not by might or by force, but by my spirit, that great things come to pass. Even in your exhaustion, if you remain surrendered to me, you will discover a reservoir of resilience and grace that defies human explanation. Reflect on the transformative power of my grace. Grace means unmerited favor, an outpouring of goodness you cannot earn but can freely receive. The world often operates on performance-based acceptance, applauding only the strong and accomplished. But in my kingdom, the humble, the broken, the weary, all find rest under my gracious wings. When you embrace grace, you realize you do not have to carry the weight of past mistakes or measure up to impossible standards. Grace sets you free to learn from your errors and move forward with a fresh start. It paves the way for you to offer the same gracious spirit to others. My desire for you is not merely to survive, but to flourish. Flourishing happens when your roots go deep into my love, where storms cannot uproot you. It involves bearing fruit in character, conduct, and relationships, fruit that blesses your community and reflects my nature. Flourishing requires patience, for growth does not happen overnight. It also involves pruning, where I remove harmful habits to allow healthier traits to thrive. In this season-by-season process, remain steadfast. Trust that I am the gardener of your soul, nurturing you through life's stages until you reach the fullness of what I created you to be. The talents I have invested in you, your intellect, creativity, empathy, are not for your benefit alone. They are seeds meant to be planted so that others can be nourished. If I have granted you the gift of teaching, instruct with passion and clarity. If you have the gift of serving, do so cheerfully. If you are called to lead, lead with humility and honor. The synergy of many gifts working together is how communities thrive. No one gift is superior to another. All serve a purpose. When you coordinate these gifts in unity, you become a vibrant channel of my hope, a unified body that can accomplish extraordinary things. Cherish the sacredness of life. Each heartbeat is an opportunity to demonstrate my love. Remember that even the unborn, the elderly, and the infirm are precious in my eyes. Resist the notion that a person's worth depends on physical ability or social standing. Instead, uphold the value of every soul, advocating for dignity and respect. Your compassionate treatment of the marginalized and your willingness to see my image in every face show that you have embraced my vision. This extends not only to human life, but to every living creature. Stewardship over life is a great responsibility I have placed in your hands. If at times you feel spiritually dry, do not despair. Such seasons can come as a result of busyness, stress, or neglect of spiritual disciplines. To revive your soul, return to the simple joys of communion with me. Spend unhurried moments in prayer, letting my spirit refresh you like a stream in a desert. Engage with my word, allowing its truths to water the seed of faith within you. Seek fellowship with other believers who will strengthen and encourage you. Just as barren land can bloom again with proper nourishment, so can your soul regain vibrancy when you restore your focus on my presence and promises. Whenever you glance at yourself in a mirror, remember that you bear my likeness. Resist the temptation to compare your appearance, status, or achievements with others, for I made you unique for a divine purpose. Comparisons rob you of joy and breed discontent. Embrace the wonder of your individuality, your quirks, your talents, and even your challenges. I want you to see yourself through the lens of my perfect love. Only then can you fully appreciate that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. When you accept yourself as I created you, you tap into a reservoir of confidence that allows you to serve my kingdom more effectively. You were fashioned not just to reflect my glory, but also to experience my delight. Do not think of me as distant or disapproving, perpetually shaking my head at your shortcomings. I am a loving Father who rejoices over you. When you do your best, no matter how humble the effort, I see your heart. When you laugh, I join in your laughter. When you admire the beauty of a sunrise or the kindness of a stranger, you partake in my joy. This is the richness of life, to walk in fellowship with me, knowing that you are cherished, invited to rest in my grace, and called to spread that joy outward. The knowledge that I am with you always should embolden you to dream God-sized dreams. Look around. Where can love bloom where it currently does not? Which situations or communities need the fragrance of hope and charity? Dare to believe that I can use you. Resist the thought that you must wait for perfect conditions or a season of life where you feel ready. I delight in working through ordinary people who dare to trust an extraordinary God. If you take a single step of obedience, I will illuminate the path to the next step. Let faith, not fear, dictate your actions, for you walk with the one who holds the universe in the palm of his hand. In moments of reflection, consider the grand design of this world, from the smallest cell to the grandest star. If I have orchestrated such order and precision in nature, how much more will I care for you, my beloved creation? Let this assurance remove fear of lack or uncertainty about the future. Seek first my kingdom. Pursue righteousness, love, and justice, and trust that I will supply everything you need. This supply does not mean a life free from trials, but it does mean my faithfulness will carry you. I am deeply invested in your well-being. You are my cherished masterpiece, and I cannot forsake the work of my hands. As you approach the culmination of your earthly journey, be it tomorrow or decades from now, know that my arms are open to welcome you into an eternal dwelling of joy, peace, and boundless love. Hold on to that hope, letting it inform how you live each day. Prioritize the eternal over the fleeting. Let the knowledge of heaven's glory fill you with courage to face any challenge. And as you age, share your wisdom and experiences with younger generations, imparting the lessons you've learned from walking with me. In so doing, your legacy becomes a testimony that inspires hearts to draw close to me. My child, the very fact that you have read or heard these words indicates my loving pursuit of your heart. I yearn for nothing more than your nearness. I long to be your trusted confidant, your guiding light, and the ultimate source of contentment. Will you choose to open every chamber of your heart, allowing my peace and truth to dwell richly within you? Will you choose to let my presence redefine your reality? The decision is yours, but my invitation stands, unchanging and full of compassion. Know that I will never grow weary of extending this invitation, nor will I ever grow weary of loving you. Live each day with the awareness that I have designed you for a purpose so glorious that earthly words can scarcely contain its magnitude. Look beyond temporary setbacks and see the bigger picture. Through your existence, I display love, grace, and the beauty of a life redeemed. As you internalize this truth, your soul finds rest in my sovereignty, and your heart overflows with thankfulness. Then your life becomes an anthem of my grace, echoing the refrain that I am good, I am faithful, and I will uphold you all your days. Walk boldly in that knowledge, reflecting the light I have placed within you, and watch as the darkness yields to my brilliant hope. So, my beloved, stand tall as one created with honor, crowned with glory, and destined for eternal wonder. Never doubt your worth, for I formed you in my image and walked with you through every season. Remember the call, to glorify me in all you do, to reflect my heart in a world searching for peace, and to find your deepest joy in my abiding presence. Carry these truths as a lamp guiding your path. Let them resonate in your soul, and let them shape your perspective as you step into tomorrow. I have spoken my promises. Now live them out, secure in the truth that I am with you always. Allow this reality to fuel your faith, rekindle your hope, and empower your love today and forevermore. Amen.